These are microchips, also known as integrated circuits. If you pick up an electronic device laying around your house, even a simple one, chances are there's at least one microchip in it. Normally, microchips are encased in a ceramic package that protects them from dust and helps dissipate heat. Exposing the chip is difficult because silicon is as brittle as glass, and attempting to break the package off will also break the chip. However, ceramic is vulnerable to something the chip isn't: thermal shock. By heating the package until it's red hot, and then plunging it into water, the ceramic becomes weak enough to break by hand. Carefully, the back of the chip is exposed, and with just a little bit of leverage, there it is. Sometimes there's still ceramic stuck to the chip, but it can be safely scraped off with a sharp piece of plastic. Followed by a quick rub with a smooth, abrasive pad. Using a super macro lens, we can see an incredibly diverse assortment of colors and shapes. The camera is magnifying the image so much that it's covering an area about the size of the head of a pin. These colors occur because of thin film interference and diffraction. Microscopically thin layers of insulating material over the silicon refract and scatter light, and the tiny structures on the chip cause different wavelengths of light to interfere with each other. By the way, those giant chunks of debris you're seeing on top of the chips, those are specks of dust. This is the exact reason why the facilities that make microchips are 100 times cleaner than a hospital operating room. I could get lost in these things forever. These things are underappreciated works of art.